All right. So this live stream is a little bit different. On this one, instead of doing a pre-made set and following the instructions, I'm building mocks today. So a while ago on my channel, I released a short with three Force Wielders, Darkseid Force Wielders. It was Asajj, Pong Krell, and Darth Maul. And I had hinted at getting a full video for them, and that video never came out because I'd been so busy and distracted with other things that I only got one of the mocks fully done, the second one halfway done, and the third one never got finished. Hey man, what's up? What's up? Back at it already. Glad to see you. So yeah, today I'm just building mocks. That's all that's going on today. So, um, for the series that I was doing, that was going to be a full length video. It was Asajj was going to get the smallest size mock, and then Paul and Krell was going to get the medium, and I was going to give Darth Maul the full size mock. So yeah, only you for right now. Um, but I'm just keeping the video going, and then I'm gonna upload it to my channel. And we'll see, man. Honestly. So this is the Asajj one that I did finish for the small one. It's like an extra small. So um, now I should need to make the Paul and Krell one that I have no clue where to go with that one. This is the size for the base of this one, so a little bit bigger. And then the Darth Maul is going to be about this big. That's what I have so far. It's a hallway, but I don't have very much done, so we'll get on that later. But I need to figure out what I'm doing. The Paul and Krell one, honestly, I have no clue what to do. I am curious. I've never built a mock um, on live or really in front of anyone else. I usually just build them quietly by myself with music. So I don't know if it's gonna help or make them turn out worse. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe you guys will just inspire me. So if you have any ideas, let me know. So if Asajj has the kind of tan like sand and rocks, Maul's getting a metal hallway corridor. Either need to do like green, some sort of grass, or snow for Pongcrawl. I might do something snow. Question then, so I'm not sure what kind of, I don't know what kind of scene to do, because part of me feels like I need to show, because in the Clone Wars, right, they talk about Pongkrell's, like he has a kill count higher than any other Jedi. So I feel like I need to show something that shows like the brutality of his war tactics. Hey, we got a couple other people in here. All right, let's go. Welcome, guys. Welcome in. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. All right, so yeah, I need to build a Pong Krell mock that's this size base. So I'm not sure where to go because this is, for everyone who didn't see it, I did an Asajj Ventress mock. And so set that one right there. I need to do like something with Pong Krell, probably snow. You want to see my most expensive set? Most expensive set. All right. Hmm. Your name, Amy? Is that your name? Who has the highest kill count? Yeah, so Pong Krell is who they were originally talking about. At least, like I don't know if he has the highest kill count, but in the Clone Wars episode, the clones speculate that he did. So I feel like I need to build his mock to have the brutality of that. This is my most expensive Lego set. Is the new X Files set. I don't have a lot of the really pricey ones, so this one came to 210 after tax, and so yeah, that's definitely my most expensive thus far. All right, so back to the mock. So the Darth Maul mock that I'm going to build, because this is all part of it's a three-part mock set that I want to put together. So I've got Asajj for the small one, and she's got like sand, rocks, and then Darth Maul has the gray, like hallway and whatnot. Um, so I need to give Paul and Krell. I was thinking snow, some sort of snow. Yeah, the price was it was a little expensive, but it was kind of like a a little gift to myself. Just let myself splurge a little bit. Eli, what's up? All right, so let's see here. I do smell. I have some snow pieces over here already. Uh, Old mock. I do snow. The problem is I challenged myself. Jinxed. Weren't here for the one last night. Cherry, if you can show up, good to see you. Um, so yeah, what I'm doing is I'm building a mock as usual. Um, so my thought is because I was challenging myself to see how small I could make it and still pack in detail, and this is very small for a figure like Paul Krell, who he's already a larger figure. And then to throw in, if I'm doing something with clones, like that just adds a whole nother layer to it. So the question is like, how do I add to that? So I think I am gonna go with the original idea of like a snow theme. Mateo, what's up, Mateo? How's your evening going? Oh, you're at band camp. All right, man. Well, I'm glad you hopped on that. See what it was like. Good to see you. Hope the rest of it goes okay. It's hot out today, man. Let's see. So this is much better than earlier. Earlier, I went for about 10 minutes and didn't have anyone show up. I think because it was the middle of the day on a Monday. Um, we already had quite a few people. The problem with snow, like, I love doing snow scenes, but all of the white pieces, I haven't bought new white pieces in a long time, so all of mine are pretty yellowed because they're older. So that's kind of a bummer. I feel like I can't just do because like the Asajj didn't have any sort of building in it at all. It was just nature. I feel like I need to do something extra with this, like some sort of platform or something. I wonder if I should do like a path. I was gonna do like a walkway in the snow is one of my ideas, but I feel like it's not wide enough for that. Like I'm not sure how much I would want to add in there, but I might just do that honestly, sort of bridge or something. I mean, that's the other thing. I could always build up. Come on. Yeah, I think so. My main concern with this is definitely size, but also like because well, I guess for figures I would probably do like shiny clones. I just got a new Clone Army Customs today that is a medic, an no sort of a squad or anything, just a medic. So I'll probably use him, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure out clones after we figure out what the scene is even going to look like. Because I thought maybe Marines, since it is snow, but I feel like Electro Marines is just still not like I don't know. I don't know if Pongtel would ever work with Marines. All right, there we go. All right, pretty solid, just a white base. Uh, can I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but it's definitely getting a little yellowed. So yeah, suggestions on a good set. What you mean, like to buy like sets I would suggest buying? I mean, it depends on what your price range is and if you're looking for Star Wars or not. Um, I mean, honestly, for Star Wars, for me, the sets that I currently am looking at, like I think the MTT. Um, it's a little bit pricey. It's 160, but it definitely, compared to other sets at the time, I think it's probably worth the price. 20. Okay, so for 20, it's a little tricky because, it used to be you used to be able to get a battle pack for 20, and that would have been the obvious choice. And now it's like $45 for a battle pack, which is absolutely ridiculous. Just crazy that anybody would. I say it's crazy that anybody would spend that. I've spent that much money, like I have the newer battle packs, but it's still kind of insane. Um, Honestly, I don't know, because for me, whenever I have like $20, I usually just go online and buy like a figure or something, because at this point, Lego, I don't find their sets most of the time to be worth uh 20, like when they get that low. Honestly, I feel like for a $20 set, I'm not sure if the because I think the Mando speeder is 15, the little speeder bike, if that's even still out. Um, and that's a pretty cool set because Mando's a cool figure, and you might get Grogu with that one, so that might be a good one for 20. Um, yeah, I mean, again, it's hard if you're trying to stay within Star Wars too. Like, there's a lot of Lego City sets. You can get a lot more pieces for $20. And so definitely look in there, see what they have. And Harry Potter, for some reason, like they're still a little pricey, but they're not as pricey as Star Wars. So I would suggest either that or there's a $20 one piece set. Now that's pretty solid. You could also go for the one piece set. That would be a pretty solid purchase. All right. Hmm. I'm not sure if I want to build like a not sure if I want to build a tower or not, any sort of like tall bridge or anything. I feel like it's too small to really build anything that looks good. That's real tall. Maybe like maybe I will just do a walkway, honestly. I could just lay down like these plates like this and then have the snow coming up over the edges and make it look like yeah, just the camera for you guys so you can see the walk a little bit better. Yeah, if I could just lay those plates across there, I guess, and build up the snow up the edges of the walkway, especially if I made it taller, then I could really build it up and have um I just have clones. Yeah, I guess I would have clones and like a destroy battle droid because there's not a lot you can fit um on a bridge. It's only 4 studs wide. There's not a lot of room for other stuff. So uh hmm, yeah, that makes it a little tricky. I guess I could take that off entirely and just do like I have this walker and I could put the walker in here and have like Pong Krell at the front leading like some sort of charge, I guess. Or I might, in all honesty, if I was doing like something minimalistic, I could just do just in the middle and then have droids surrounding them. Just add in the details and stuff like that. No, I've never heard of Beskar Brick Co. Honestly, I chose Beskar Brick Studio because I was looking for something that hadn't been overdone, and I didn't even realize at the time it started out as Beskar Bricks for my first eBay store was actually named Beskar Bricks, um, and I ended up transitioning that into a YouTube account. Um, and there's not that many other Beskar Bricks on YouTube. There's like two other guys, and so I'm unique enough. I've got the studios on the end. But yeah, I don't know. Should I just do minimalistic or should I? I feel like I should add in a clone. Like everybody loves clones. Everybody loves clones. Speaking of clones, I'm putting up more clones for sale on eBay. Today I'm going to list the bootleg Delta Squad figures that I have are going to go up. Watch my post in public. What do you mean by that? Honestly, if I made money off of this, like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind making some money, but in all honesty, like, I'm just doing it for the fun of being on YouTube. Like, I just like, it's surprising how quickly I've started growing. Not that I have a lot. I really don't. But considering for how long I've been going, like, I don't even think it's been a full month yet, and I'm already at 60 followers, which feels decently substantial to me. It might be like just hitting a month. All right. So anything other than Lego? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I am a big collector of I do Black Series action figures, is a newer one. I collect shoes. I collect Jordans actually. Also somewhat newer. I have three pairs right now. Um, and I'm gonna start collecting like Black Series helmets. So those are the main ones. I just like collecting stuff in general, but those are the ones I really spend money on. All right, you know what? I should get. Do I have any slopes over here? So if I were to do the bridge, I might just have him standing amidst like a bridge that has dead clones on it, because then I don't even need to do any sort of lightsabers or complicated stuff like that. Seems like the most viable option here. Question is, do I just leave it like that and add all the plates and then the detail, or do I make it go up a brick height and make it really slope up high? I don't feel like I have the right amount of room to do a full slope from that length, but I just keep it low. Low. Might add one other layer of plates to make it like a little bit higher, but not as high as the brick. Look at that, perfect length. All right. I like that, maybe. My favorite Star Wars character. That's a hard one. Because I would say as a group, like the clone troopers, like I love the clones so much. They're kind of my whole thing with Star Wars. Uh, but if I just had to pick a single character, like that's so hard. Um, I'm tempted to say Anakin because he's definitely up there. I know I've said Anakin before, uh, specifically like older Anakin, like Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. I'm not a huge fan of Attack of the Clones Anakin. Um, and then Darth Maul's pretty high on the list. But yeah, yeah. If I had to pick one that wasn't like the clones as a group, it'd probably be Anakin. What about you? What's up, man? Back on again. Darth Maul. Yeah, yeah. He's a solid character. Honestly, his the new Shadow Lord show, man, that was so good. I don't know if you watched it. If you did, what was your opinion on it? There was time. This is what I started with. So that's the small, and then I'm working up to a size larger. And then I'm gonna build the third size is a little another step above. Chat mod, dude, I thought you already were. Can I do that while I'm in the middle of live streaming? Oh wait, look at that, I can. Dude, absolutely. You know what? Both of you are absolutely gonna be chat mods because you guys are OGs. All right. Might oh, yep, there we go. Sweet, sweet. All right, yeah, you're both chat mods because you guys are OGs on here. So yeah, this is a little bit different because I'm on here and I'm doing this through the actual YouTube app. So instead of the third party app, I'm not sure which I like better. I like them both actually. And I'll probably go on and off with them. I don't know if this looks any different to you guys, if the interface is any different on your end. But it's very different for me. So I like the other one had more like uh the other one had more, I don't know. I guess just it was different, more flexibility on some things. But I like that on the YouTube one, I'm allowed to see when you guys like drop hearts and stuff like that. I can actually see it. All right. Don't think I'm gonna have a really wanted to use that piece. I'll use that with the Darth Maul. All right. So the real question here is the placement of the figure. So I'm just gonna use standing figures before I go out to the shelf and grab some clones. Use here we go. I've got a couple different named clones over here I can use as a stand-in. So we have Paul and Krell kind of standing here. We can have like a dead clone over here, and then maybe a medic checking a clone that's like half in the snow. I feel like might be like a good kind of show that feeling. So just feel like yeah. Again, it's hard because Paul and Krell's the type of character that you're not sure how much story to put into. I wanted to do something with clones, but it might work best to have him jumping or something. You know, dude, I don't think it's possible to ban me from my own chat. I don't think that's physically possible. Just saying. Just saying. Not sure what I would do if you did that. Hmm. Yeah, I might. The problem with the clones is that it makes it too. Yeah, I'm switching gears. I'm switching gears. I like this other idea. So the problem with the clones being that it's a little bit too crowded, in my opinion. Clones are they're just bulkier figures in general, and to convey the kind of emotion I wanted to convey, I would need to have multiple clones, and that just doesn't work for a mock of this size. Drones or droids, however, are a lot smaller. So I think I'm going to switch to using droids, and I'm going to have him actively fighting them. Use some transparent pieces to have them using the force in some way, whether force pushing or in the middle of a jump. I might do a jump. And the thought is, I might turn this into, if I can find a good way to build a tree, I might turn this into like just one tree and make it look like it's kind of forested a little bit. The plates are not my friend today. I'm having so much trouble with these things. The all right, different way to go about this. Alrighty, and lastly, this. All right, good to go. Good deal. Okay. Yeah, I did get some sleep, luckily enough. Thanks for asking. I slept in a little bit today. I stayed up later than I wanted, because after my stream ended, I needed to eat something because I was already hungry again. I didn't have that much for dinner. And yeah, I ended up watching some TV and it went a little later than I expected, but I got to sleep by like midnight, I want to say. It was probably midnight-ish. So, and I slept in. What am I building? So yeah, I'm building a scene. I'm building a mock that is centered around this Star Wars character. I know you're not like a huge Star Wars guy, so this is a Jedi who ended up turning to the dark side. Um, and before he turned to the dark side fully, he was like very just dark in general, and he was a general in the war, and he had one of the highest casualty counts among his men uh, than any other Jedi. So he was always very ruthless, and he always considered life something that was supposed to be lost if it meant victory. Little fun Star Wars knowledge. All right. So I'm going to use these droids. I love the CAC droids. Like these guys are just so much like comparison side by side to an official droid. Well, yeah, this isn't an official droid, but it looks like one because it's a bootleg. So like you look at the official droid, and then CAC is just so much more detailed, and it has a lot more points of articulation. So it just looks so much better. They have the backpacks too. And I will be making a short showcase in each of these mocks, so get like a close up. Camera footage will be a little crisper, a little clearer. Problem is, all of the best pieces that I have for the type of tree I want are actually on the tree in the X-Files set, one of the all the different trees in there. And I'm tempted to just pull a tree off of that, which I might do, although it will leave the set looking a little bit emptier until I'm willing to take this one apart. But you know what? It's just I feel like it's gonna make the set look so much better to do that. So I think I am just gonna pull that tree off of the X-File set. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab that. A smudge on my case. Problem with using glass. There we go. All right. There we have it. Like, look at that tree. That is just such a really, it's just such a nice tree. Love this tree piece. I'm gonna add in just like some type of snow. Add in this. My viewer count on here is so weird. It's so off. Like it'll say 0 when I have people steadily commenting. And then that way, when it gets up and it says like 3 people or 4 people, I have no idea if I actually have that many people or if I just have one person. I don't understand it. So all I know is that at some point, like if it says 4 people, at some point I had 4 people, even if I don't still. So it's kind of like give or take. I know how many I reached as like how much my highest count was at one point. Can't tell you exactly how many are watching at any given time. Okay, pull that out. Adding just a little bit of snow to this. There we go. I remember to take all that off and I put it back on the X-File set. All right, it's not a lot, but I feel like I don't want to overdo it and make it look like completely covered in snow. I feel like that just looks cool. Like that just to add some touches to it. Might add like one more snow piece in there and leave it at that. If I can find the right kind of piece. I don't want to dig into my other bag of white stuff, but I might. But it's buried deep under a bunch of other bags of Lego bricks. Listen to a new album soon. Yeah, man. I mean, don't feel obliged to stick around. Um, what album would you be listening to? Is it another Catatonic album? I'm just gonna leave it at that. Using a legal building technique. Very nice, very nice. So I feel like if I just put it in the corner and then have Paul and Krell kind of like mid leap here towards a droid, that could be really, really cool. Transparent pieces over here. All these transparent pieces to pull from. Oh, and then I dropped one. There we go. All right. Need this. When do I end? I'm not entirely sure. Uh, I don't have a schedule today, so I'm really just going to be going until either A, I die of starvation, or until I finish building this. Whatever causes me to end. Um, if I finish building the mocks, then I'll end it. We'll decide in the moment. All right. So not sure if I should have him leaping in the same direction as the tree, kind of like in this direction, or maybe leaping, like if I have this set, if I have it like this as the front angle, have him leaping like from behind the tree. I feel like I should do it like this though, because it allows more space because there's this section over here now that's not covered up by the tree, still leaving the tree detail in there. I have him spinning his lightsabers, that might be took off the ground. I think I might do that. And also, when I have him spinning his lightsabers, I could just have him holding them, but I feel like if I could figure out the problem is I don't have a ton of transparent pieces. So I don't have there's this piece I really need to get. And it's like a clip with a stud on the end type piece that's transparent. Like, oh, that didn't really describe it, but I have one here in white for the snow. Um, you can find these in transparent. And I had a friend have a friend who used one of those to clip pieces to a lightsaber blade that were transparent the same color, and it looked like the trail that they leave, and it was a really cool technique. And I would love to be able to do that. The problem with my Pong Krell figure, he's in great condition for the most part. He's got no cracks on his torso or anything. Only a little bit of the paint is a little damaged on his head, but the worst part is that his legs have cracks, man, on the heel. I don't know if you guys can see that. There are cracks there that are very, very annoying. And it makes it so that he's very, very loose when I put him on things. And I really I should buy a whole new Pong Krell figure because the paint is starting to scratch. And then I'll have this one like as a backup, or I might sell it, obviously letting them know it's like a damaged one and sell it for like half the price. Um, but I might just buy a pair of replacement legs and let the scratched paint stay as is. I know I have another one of these. Where is he? Just used four, yeah, and I have five. So again, I keep running into issues with this being as small as it is. There's not as much space for droids as I would like there to be. I might move the actual stand for his force block. You'd buy it? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just buy myself a new one and sell this guy like half price for a slightly damaged. Because honestly, like just to look at him, he's still in good shape. Yeah, I'm sure I can find someone to buy him. Someone out there will take it. I'm surprised out of all the stuff that I'm selling on my eBay and my Vinted account, um, the stuff that's doing the best is the stuff that is like bootleg that I've labeled as such. Whereas my one official, this is the only official figure that I actually have up for sale right now, and I don't think Omega has gotten a single view on eBay and very few on Vinted. Like I don't know what it is, because Ahsoka's a pretty cool character. Like I guess she's not as cool, but like looking at the stuff other people are selling, it's also not quite as cool characters. And I have her at the average selling price, so I'm not sure. I'm just gonna try and list some more like really cool stuff as time goes on. But yeah, surprisingly enough, because I just shipped out my first order actually of stuff that someone bought, and it was customs. It was a pack of custom clones. What's your guys' favorite dark side user? I made the mistake of calling on the video. I titled him Sith, and Pong Krell never fully completes his transitioning to the Sith. He was going to, but I don't. I mean, it's arguable whether or not he was actually a Sith. But Asajj Ventress is technically a Sith assassin and a secret apprentice. Um, so I made that mistake, and I had people calling me out on it. So yeah, I need to find. Right. No, keep lightsabers in that box. If I could just find it. There it is. There's the box. Sith. Sith are the opposite of Jedi. Sith are the bad guys. And with the red lightsabers, they use the dark side of the Force, and they're fueled by hate instead of their want for peace or justice. So Pong Krell starts out as a Jedi. He works for the Jedi Order, and his job is to promote peace across the galaxy. And somewhere along the way, he fell to the dark side, and he started becoming uh, very hateful and vengeful, and he was purposely sending his own soldiers into situations where they knew they would die. In fact, in one episode of the Clone Wars, one where they figure out that he's gone to the dark side, he sets it up so that they're accidentally killing each other. So Pong Krell's so cool, man. He's cool, and also like I can't stand the guy. Like I was in the show, I was so happy when they kill him because like he was killing clone troopers, and like clones are the best. Like, he was so easily hateable, but also just at the same time like loved him. Okay, now the question being, don't know if I have enough for that. Darth Vader, yeah, Darth Vader was he's the most famous Sith. He was the very first one to ever appear in Star Wars. So he's commonly associated as kind of the face of Sith, I guess. All right, let me check this bin. Don't know if I have enough pieces for it, but technique that I found a while ago is that if you take, now I don't know, I guess I'll get your guys' opinion on it. I sadly don't think I have enough pieces to actually pull this off. I might have to go grab one from my brother. You know, he has some more of them. There's one. I would use these sword pieces, these Ninjago transparent like sword swing pieces as swinging lightsaber blades. So like that, so it looks like a lightsaber blade that's in the middle of swinging. And personally, I thought that it got the um I thought it got the feel across. Favorite Sith character? My favorite Sith character of all time is um Darth Maul. I have him around here somewhere, or I should. If not, I need to get him out because he goes in the next mock I'm building after this. Um, I have one around here somewhere. Dude, I need to get this stuff sorted out. But since I'm redoing a lot of it, a lot of this stuff is really unsorted right now. and I wasn't going to clean it completely until I got the figure display case that I'm gonna buy that I do not currently have the money for. Because I spent my money on everything else, and then bills come along. 1 second. There we go. Okay. This this is Darth Maul. Now this is the version of him with the legs, but an IRL stream. What do you mean? You mean just like vlogging style streams? I'm new to streams. New to streaming. This is not the Darth Maul I need for the build though. The Darth Maul is around here somewhere. Need Clone Wars Darth Maul for that. Yeah. You know what? I didn't really feel like people would be interested in that, but if you would watch that, you think people would watch that, then absolutely, man. Someday I'll do one. Maybe someday soon. I gotta find a day where I don't have a ton of like work and whatnot going on, but um, yeah, I'll do one where I'm like going around town and whatnot. You know, dude, honestly, I don't watch a ton of Mr. Beast, but maybe I should watch more. Like I watch his like classic style videos. Like I watch a lot of his challenges and whatnot, and I'm up to date with the Beast games. Because me and my brother love to sit down and watch Beast games. But much past that, like I'm not just scrolling around on his channel watching stuff. I could do video games, yeah. So I've thought of that. I would need to figure out how to get it linked to show uh what's on my game system. I'd have to figure that out. On my PlayStation, I have this really cool fighter jet game that I think would be awesome to live stream me playing that. And then maybe move to just like phone games and whatnot, live stream that because I know there are apps you can get that let you live stream the video games you're playing. So, if you're playing from your phone, but yeah, I'll try and do like an IRL stream. I'll eventually work towards figuring out how to do like a gaming stream. Um, so right now I just sticking with Legos for now, but yeah, I'd love to branch out, honestly. Like I know my channel's mainly focused on like Legos and the things that I collect because I also do like videos on my shoes and stuff. But honestly, like when I created, I had the intention of just making videos about whatever I was into at the time. So whether that be, this day it's shoes and stuff, and then other days it's like, yeah, just uh play with you and yeah, honest. So actually, me and Hero of Time play a lot of video games together. We're actually friends um outside of YouTube. So we play video games. That would be really cool if the three of us could get on and play some video games. Um Dude, if we could do a if I could figure out how to stream us playing Splatoon, that would be awesome. That would be so much fun. I think some people would tune into that. There's not a lot of Splatoon like playthrough or even just live streams or anything like that. Any sort of Splatoon content, there's not as much of it as there should be. I feel like out of the games that you and me play together, it definitely Splatoon because I don't feel like people would watch like a live stream of Smash Bros. It just isn't the type of game I feel like people would sit down and watch. It's a little too repetitive of the same type of thing. All right, so need to add figure out how I'm adding battle droids, what kind of detail I'm adding to this. So I think if I can do, all right, so I've got these droids. Yeah, it is underrated. It really, really is. All right, so if I can do these droids, do like one like aiming up at him from here, because he's gonna be make him go even higher too. And I'll have him like this, with the droids coming in different angles. Something like that. Need something to show more like movement though. I feel like I need to at least position the Krell differently. Just gonna scatter random droid pieces around. Figure out a way to attach those to the mock. Bob? Bob who? Oh yeah, and I wanted to ask you guys what you thought of my haircut. I got that today. I'm going for a, it's called a fade mullet. So it's kind of mullet-ish in the back. I'm starting to grow that out. So trying something new. Oh, the Star Wars character, Bob. Yes, yes, I do. Very much. I was happy to see him in the Lego films, the whatever that series is called, Rebuild the Galaxy, I think. Good. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Honestly, I'm missing something here. I'm missing something. I know that because the initial build looks good, but I feel like I'm gonna add this plate. Just need to start texturing things. So if we start adding layers to it, start adding slopes and that kind of thing, add extra plates, start to make it look like actual snow. No, I wanted to help out at practicing for the Relic Wars. Yeah, actually, so I just like a week ago, I finished recording the voice lines for episode one. There wasn't a lot of lines with me. Um, I finished those for my character. Now I need some more practice before I voice the next line, the next episode, because uh, it's a bit more straining on the voice, and I've gotten out of practice like in the course of a week. So sneak peek on the voice, dude. I don't even know. I would have to listen to a recording of what I did because it's like it's deeper. So like I'm trying to think of a line he even says, and I don't want to give too much away about the character. Um, but it's like definitely like a deeper, more like trying to think because we did a lot of different versions, and I did a version that was more like closer to I guess Anakin from Star Wars. So I'm trying to think of the lines. It's nothing that would give away storyline. Um, I mean, you know what? Honestly, in all honesty, if you wait a little bit, I can post a video on my channel about. I was planning on making one about voicing it, and then you can get a little sneak peek at what the voice is. Then, I'm gonna look through the lines and see which ones I can kind of sneak peek at without giving too much away. Um, and in all honesty, like I'm being more cautious than I have to be. Um, Yeah, so it's not like an official show. Here on YouTube, there's another YouTuber, Bricks and Games, and he's doing a stop motion show. It's going to be, I think, 6 episodes in the first season. And he's got a whole cast of other people, some of them also from YouTube, that are voicing all of the characters in it. And I got cast to play the main villain, which is a lot of fun. So he's like a samurai type character. So I have stuff about that on my channel as well. I post updates and whatnot, and just keep pointing people back to the channel of the Bricks and Games channel where they're coming out with it because they post regular updates about it. So it's really cool. Honestly, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great other actors in it. Love the people that I'm working with. Don't be spreading that about me. Don't be spreading that. No one needs to know. Real Housewives, dude. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep going on what we're doing. Feel like battle droids are so always do the same thing. At least with the new Clone Customs one, there's a lot more posability to them, so you can at least make the poses a little bit better. Than have him like dying in the middle of falling. Something like maybe he got. Ooh, I could have him like stepping on the droid. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'll do that. All right, yeah. So this is what I'm thinking, having him kind of like jumping off the droid to charge at these guys. So after now that I have figure placement, I need to work on detail, really getting the snow textured in, which isn't gonna. There's not too much I can do with snow, on a mock this small. There's not a especially with the figures where they are. There's not a lot of room for like big snow dunes or anything like that. So you guys have any ideas for the channel? Any type of content you'd want to see besides like the gaming and the more like vloggy style stuff? Just trying to take suggestions, figure out what the people want. Oh, that leg is on backwards. Bro, oh, that makes sense. Minecraft. You just mean Minecraft in general, game playing through Minecraft, or like Minecraft Legos? So for taking apart plates and stuff, um, they are very difficult. So sometimes it is just about getting your fingernail in there if you can, and if not, there's a couple different ways to use the brick separator piece. So obviously use the edge of the platform to get in between and pry them apart. You can put it on the end to try like that. They don't always come apart, but But yeah, what did you mean when it comes to Minecraft? What type of Minecraft? Dude, I haven't played Minecraft in it's been a while. I was just watching um my dad and my brother play it the other day, and I guess they added some sort of white slime to it. Oh no, I was saying what just suggestions for the channel in general. I said like gameplay. Like I know Hero of Time had already suggested some sort of gameplay. Um but suggestions for gameplay Minecraft, honestly, that would be pretty cool. I could do some Minecraft. Yeah, I feel like especially if so because I do a lot of stuff on Minecraft most of the time I play by myself, which could be fun. But I feel like if I got a couple of my friends on there and turned on the voice chat, another game that would be a lot of fun. So Nintendo released this new game. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called Big Walk, and it's a puzzle game that uses proximity chat. And so the chatting feature is a lot of fun, and it encourages like you have to play with a team. You guys have to be willing to work together. There's a lot of different challenges. So I feel like that would be a really fun one to do playthroughs on. I haven't played it yet. We did buy it, but my brother's just been playing it. I haven't touched a game system in like okay, well I've played with friends. I haven't played for myself in quite a while. I basically just played Splatoon on and off for the past like month is the only video game I've touched. All right, Droid, you're in my way. Yeah, you guys are awesome, by the way. I can't believe you're still watching. That's insane. Appreciate the support. There we go. Okay. Now we're starting to make progress. Need a lot more plates and stuff. Game do I want to play? Um, Big Walk. Big Walk would be awesome. And then honestly, I feel like I should play more Star Wars stuff. I don't play a lot of Star Wars stuff anymore, and I should play more Star Wars stuff. I could do the Republic Commando game was a lot of fun. I could do a playthrough of the Republic Commando game. So yeah, Republic Commando and Big Walk are the two. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I really do. I try and make stuff that people would enjoy watching. Um, if I'm being honest, it does get a little discouraging sometimes when it gets up to like 10 people and then, seven of them jump off not much longer after they joined. But in all honesty, having anybody watching is better than what I thought I was going to do. So I genuinely didn't think anyone was going to watch it first. So, as I've heard, horror stories of people who stream for hours with zero views, and it's like, just don't know if that's worth it. All right, so what do you think? What do you guys think so far? You think that looks pretty good? Have him like jumping off of the droid there. He's like stepping on him. I feel like it was the smart choice to bring the tree off of the X Files set. I like how that looks. Just has the right like pine tree kind of look to it. You've been going for over an hour now. Wow. My phone battery's getting pretty low, which kind of sucks. I might have to cut this off soon. And in all honesty, I mean it's 8:45. I might be back on later this evening. It depends. I don't know if either of you guys would even be back on to watch. So I don't know if I'd have anybody watching. But if I do have free time later and I feel like completing the Darth Maul one, then I might be back on. I'm not sure what percent is it at. It's at 26%, and I don't want to completely drain it doing this because I don't want to just die in the middle of a stream. So, all right, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Whatever you want to do, man. About my stream, I feel like I probably stream a little bit more than people want to rate. Like, if I keep going at this pace, I honestly really enjoy streaming. I did not expect to have this much fun with it, but like it's chill. I sit here and I build Legos on camera, and sometimes people watch and sometimes they don't. Like I'm just building Legos is what I enjoy. And then I get to have a conversation with you guys, and when there's no one on having a conversation, I get to just build Legos. So, especially if I start doing other kinds of streams, like IRL streams, stuff like that, I could see myself streaming a lot more. And so I don't expect everyone to be there for every stream. It's just if you feel like hopping on, you see I'm on, you feel like jumping on, then it's cool. This would be a lot easier. Off. Just put your leg right there. Remember where your foot goes. We'll put this. That would not fit. So put it right there. This one. Luckily enough, I've not gotten any negative comments on my streams. Um, I get on all the time and I'll be watching someone stream and like it's just people lighting them up with. And I mean, half the time, to be fair, the person is doing something really weird, but like still, it's just not necessary to get on there and make fun of someone. And luckily enough, I haven't had anyone do that yet, but I'm also not big enough to really, I'm a small potatoes kind of YouTuber. People just jump on for a second. If they don't like what I'm doing, just keep moving. It's different when you see someone and it's like, yeah, man, it's cool. You don't have to hop on every live stream. I make these just for the purpose of having some fun, and I want people to, if they do watch, I want people to enjoy it. But I don't want anyone to ever feel obligated to jump on just out of loyalty or even just wanting to be nice. Like I get it can be a bit much. I know people that I follow stream. Sometimes they stream more than I have the ability to watch, and I like to watch when I can to support it, but it just doesn't always work, and it is what it is. Everybody has a life. If you can't hop on every stream, that's good because that means that your life isn't just watching YouTube. It means you got other stuff going on. Even for me, my streaming just goes on in my free time. I've got a lot of other stuff that happens. So my free time tends to be different from everybody else's free time. Because I do like Friday and Saturday evening. Those are people's like weekends. People are like, oh yeah, whatever. Well, that's when I work. So like my free time lines up differently from a lot of people's. What am I doing next stream? So it depends. It depends how far I get with these mocks. I might complete these mocks on stream before I move on. It depends on if I feel like finishing it off of stream. Um, and then the stream after that, I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do. Uh, it depends on what it is, when I'm doing it. But I do like your idea of the IRL streams. I might do one of those soon. And then I would like to do one on um kind of getting people's opinion on my collection and different ways to sort through it. I might figure out if there's a way to do a live stream that's like just a conversation, but at the same time, it's kind of like promoting the stuff that I'm selling online because I have a pile of stuff that I haven't listed yet that I need to list, um, that I'm gonna sell. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure, and I'm up to ideas, open for any sort of input you guys have. That's just what I need. Right? Dude, Lego is so like versatile. So many different pieces fit in so many different ways. It's awesome. I love how the Lego system works. I'm just gonna clip together real nice. This coming up over the border like that. All right, yes, guys. Ready to fire. There. Bricks and Games. What is up? What is up? Just talking about you on here. Everyone was we were talking about Relic Wars a little bit. I was explaining I play the villain in Relic Wars. How's your evening going? Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, see what I mean? The cracked heels. He falls off so easily. Definitely have to at the very least get new legs for him, but I might just get the whole figure brand new. But yeah, I've got some of that detail now in the snow, different mounds and whatnot. And I will before I make a short for this mock on my channel. I'm definitely going to see if I can find some more of the like, one more in blue and then two of these in green, so that I can kind of have the lightsaber spinning effects. So that's all I'm going to add for now. I don't know if there's anything else I could add. Well, I would do this, but add a little bit of ice. But other than that, just yeah. For now. What would an IRL stream look like for me? So I'm not entirely sure. Like I haven't gotten that far yet. The idea of an IRL stream was suggested by New Hat Guy. So I'm not entirely sure what I would do, but I feel like I would probably try and do something along the lines of like, I don't know. Honestly, I would have to see. Like some days it might just be like me shopping. Some days it might just be like I don't know what I'm doing for the day, and I go and I start like just sitting in my car. And if something comes up for me to do, I go and do it. Um, or if I'm like I don't know, because I'm not the type of guy where I like to stream too much like in public kind of thing. I always found like I don't know. At least if I do stream in public, like, let's say I'm streaming in a store, I'm not the type of guy who's very out in the open about it, who's very like uh loud and talkative. I would kind of keep it low key, keep it chill. So yeah, I don't know. Still figuring that out. I'm new to all this, so just got to get things kind of sorted out. If I had a toxic person, I could just ban them. Yeah. Honestly, I know I could, and like I would for sure. I'm just glad to see that I haven't had any of that come up yet. Um, I feel like because what I found that's really cool about YouTube is like in real life Lego is not like it's popular, but it's not insanely popular. Like it's not the type of thing, there's a lot of people out there who, especially considering that I'm 18 now, I'm starting to enter into like the adult world of stuff. A lot of people find it weird that I'm still into Lego. Like a lot of people are still they see it as kind of like a kids thing. And so it's what's cool to me is that like with the Lego community, there's something for everybody, or in the YouTube community, I mean, there's something for everybody. So like you could, you get on YouTube. If you don't like Lego, you scroll to the next thing, but it's also the place where everyone who does like Lego is able to find you. So yeah. All right. Yeah, I think that's done for now. I think that's all I'm going to add to it. I think I'm going to move on to Darth Maul now. So yeah, those are the two side by side, the two different sizes. And now I'll move on to the third size, which is Darth Maul's scene. Really, it's a CAC blue phase one, and I really like that one. That one's newer. It's the first mock I've ever used him in, and I think it looks really cool. Fair, fair. Hey, nerd to nerd, man. Like, honestly, People always called me a nerd, and most for the most part, I would say 95% of the time it was always out of love. Like it was someone who also was a nerd. But I've been called a nerd like pretty much all my life, and I just take it in stride. Like it's a compliment at this point. Like a, a lot of the times, if you look at it, like I feel like most people, now not everybody, but a lot of people, if they don't nerd out about something, then that means they're just into something that, like for me, I find either not interesting or they are not living a lifestyle I actually like or approve. It's a lot of like a lot of bad stuff, a lot of junk. So I think, in general, calling someone a nerd generally is like a sign of just someone being like wholesome and down to earth kind of stuff. So, but I don't know. It's just my personal opinion as a nerd. All right. So this is the size of the Darth Maul one. In comparison, right? So obviously, the snow one can fit inside. So as you can see, I already have the wall up. It's a bit of a control panel going on. I'm not sure how these turned out. These are supposed to be like in Star Wars, the walls kind of have these lights that are odd, like lines down the wall that are glowing white. And they're thrown in askew totally, like they're not any sort of order, they're just randomly thrown in the wall. I don't know the point of them. They're just there. So that's my first time ever trying to recreate them in Lego. I don't know if it looks good or not. Means you're smart, basically. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it used to mean that a lot more than it does now. Mm. Now this one's a little bit trickier. Where did this Darth Maul get off to? Not in here. All right, here. So I was supposed to use specifically the Clone Wars style one that would be correct to the scene. What is? Oh wait, I guess that's because that's also this bad. This guy was so cool. So I got this with the Mandalorian Starfighter set when I bought it. Um, and so I thought this was such a cool Mandalorian. I'm very glad to have him thrown in there. Me and Jerry Gamer. Yeah, that's a very, very common use. Which, to be honest, like I would love that. Like being a gamer, I love if that's all that nerd means. Like, why would that even be a bad thing? But some people still find it annoying. But that's what it is, man. Like you are who you are. People either love it or they hate it, and it's up to you if you let that change who you are. But take it from me, from someone who has gone through phases of being affected by what people say, and then learning to just be my own person. Like you're a lot happier when you just do you. Oh, Beyblade. So I did for a very, very short time. There was like a year. There he is. There was like a year where I was into Beyblade, and I had one of the plastic arenas, and then I only ever got to like six different Beyblades. Now we're talking back when I did not have a lot of money and like very little money, and the little bit of money I did get, most of it went to um, I was still into Legos at the time, so I spent like half of it on Legos. But I did collect a couple Beyblade. But once I got to the point, I never was never into it enough to spend the kind of time and money on it that was necessary. And also, Beyblade is cool to do on your own, but it's more fun when you have someone helping out, someone to play against. And none of my friends were into Beyblade. So they basically just sat there and I collected them and I would build them and spin them. And sometimes I could get my brother to play against me, but a lot of the time it was just me by myself. Right, so this is the Darth Maul I was looking for. It's Darth Maul from season 7 of the Clone Wars. It's like honestly Maul's best version of Maul in all of Star Wars. It's when he has the best. Well, I mean not quite, because it's like Shadow Lord Maul. It's not too 20% battery. All right, it's not that different from. Okay, cool. Shadow Lord and End of Clone Wars are basically the same. I am curious if you ever get a Lego Shadow Lord figure. Yeah, my phone's letting me know that I'm going into low power mode. So I thought it was going to cut off my stream for a second there, but it said I did not. There's less like special effects and stuff that I can use during my stream, which I don't use anyways. So that works for me. This video is going to end up going up on my channel because you can archive the live streams and then just repost them as videos. And it's going to be my longest video. It's going to be like an hour and a half. Am I listening to? I'm not actually listening to anybody. So I use the earbud because if I do get a notification through, then it just comes through the earbud, and then also um, the earbud microphone because right now, I mean, yeah, the iPhone microphone is okay. It's pretty good, but especially with the first tripod I was using was actually just a stand built out of Legos, and the microphone is completely covered. And then now I have it on a new tripod I just got today, and the microphone's still kind of covered, but not nearly as much. But the earbud microphone is a lot clearer and a lot crisper. So, or at least that's what I've been told. So that's why I use that. Yeah, man. Honestly, yeah, yeah. Beyblades are awesome. You could definitely. I don't know if you can make money off of those. I don't know if those resell or not. I sold mine for exceedingly cheap. Like I don't think I sold them to an individual person, but like either thrift market style stuff or something. I don't even remember. It was a long time ago, but I think I got like $10, maybe 15 to 20. Um, the entire everything I had. So, but also I didn't have that many, and I wasn't really trying that hard. So you might be able to make some money. I don't know. It'd be interesting to look into that and see if you make any money off of Beyblade. All right. So the idea with this. There's an awesome scene in season 7 of Clone Wars where Darth Maul is using the Force to throw clone troopers everywhere in the corridor of the ship, the Venator. Um, and he picks up he rips these metal plates off the wall. Um, so I have metal plates. I built some plates here that I thought I might be able to have him hold these up and or throw them. So that was kind of the initial idea. Not sure if that'll work, but I think it could look really cool. Trying to figure out if there's a way one guy gets kind of cut in half by one that pins him to a wall, and I don't know if I could find a way to do that or not. You know, we'll use this piece. That works. Okay, so 2 plates here. I'm gonna use. I have a couple 330-second clones. Um, it would be awesome if I'd probably have to buy some bricks for it, but I think I might build a Mandalore scene at some point because I now have all that I would need. I've got a lot of Ahsoka's 232nd. I've got the Ahsoka from that season. I've got Darth Maul, all the different guys. I've got Darth Saskin. All right, man. See you soon. Oh man. Yeah, let's see. What kind of stuff should I do with this one? I feel like doing like I have these crates. I feel like these crates might be fun to throw in a little bit of detail, kind of like in the corner bunched up. I don't want to make it overcrowded, and I already know I need to have a couple figures in here. So maybe this is a mess down here. All of this down here is just like all of my Legos thrown in at random. a complete bomb rack. I need to get all this sorted out, but I'm waiting because a lot of it is figure stuff. So I want to do like tape them to the wall. I could. I prefer to try and do everything out of official, like, well, I say official Lego techniques. I should say techniques that only use Lego pieces. Because something you'll find in the Lego community, there's a lot of techniques that are considered they're nicknamed illegal techniques because they're techniques that aren't supposed to be used in official sets. Now some of them have started to be used in official sets as time goes on. Like the classic illegal technique was putting one piece in between the studs on a set like this, because it actually squeezes in there and sticks like that. So, not all of my techniques are technically legal building techniques, but they're all techniques that I try and utilize just Lego. I do use other things for like back when I used to do stop motion films, use like putty and stuff to stick people places, so that you can get like more realistic angles and stuff. But I might not do that guy. I might have him in the one scene, right? He's kind of holding, he's using the force of both hands and he's holding them both up in front of him as shields against all of the gunfire coming in. I might do something like that. Or, hmm, no, hot glue is not the right option here. Funnily enough, so my clone stand right now, where all my clones are displayed, is actually hot glued to the shelf. And my hope is that when I change the display and have all my figures standing up, I'll be able to salvage those pieces and actually get the hot glue out of the ones that are actually on the bottom. Because what I did is I just hot glued down a layer of the plates so that I could build on top of that. And I would love to be able to get those plates back, but it's gonna save me a lot of space because when I'm gonna get this cool display case that lets me put all my figures in it, hangs up on my wall, and that'll let me clear that shelf off and use it for other stuff. So, which I'm kind of gonna miss it because I've had that clone display for multiple years now, and it's kind of always been a centerpiece of my collection. Like people love it, and I'm always so proud of it because I did make it myself. But I think hanging the figures on the wall, because I'm gonna try and hang them next to the display shelf, I think is just gonna elevate it and make it look really nice. I think people are really gonna appreciate that. So I don't know, we'll see. I might not put the clones in the case, but I think I am going to. All right. So if I'm gonna have Maul holding them with the force, I might figure out a way. He uses one to pin a guy, but he also uses one to behead the other guy. So if I can figure out a way to make it look like it's flying towards the guy's head, that would be sick, honestly. Might do. Dang, it's 9 o'clock already. Holy cow, it's 9 o'clock. I am definitely, if my phone doesn't die first, I am gonna have to leave. I like probably 5 to 10ish minutes, but I might be back. We'll see. Chelsea. If not today, then I'll probably be back on tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm just trying to. I find that these usually they help with my publicity. It's super weird. The one video blew up. I got rid of it because I didn't like it because it was my very first live stream, and I was kind of like awkward in the beginning. And I ended up deleting it, figuring I would work towards getting live streams that I was fine with saving to my channel. But oddly enough, it got like almost 60 views after the live stream ended, and the recording of it just went up to my channel, got like 60 views, which is a lot for a full length video, especially one that is that long. It was like an hour, hour and a half. Hey guys, what's up? I was just talking about I'm gonna have to probably end soon. My phone's almost dead. How'd band go? I finished what I was working on right here earlier. So now I'm working on the third in the series. Got this so far. So I was just talking about displaying stuff as well. I'm changing my displays around. You saw the new shelf I got, and I'm just going from there. All right. I don't know if there's a good way to make this like levitate. 'Cause this figure's arms are fairly unstable. You know what? I might. So what I'm trying to do right now in this, I'm recreating a scene from the Clone Wars show, and it's got Darth Maul in it, right? And he's in a hallway. There's going to be there's going to be clone troopers here, and in this scene, he's ripped these panels off of the wall, and he's using them to either he does well. First, he uses them as shields. He holds them up with the Force, and then he throws them. And the first one beheads a guy, and then the other one uh, stabs through a guy and pins him to the wall. So I was thinking, kind of at the in between point where I have one being held up as a shield and the other being thrown to behead the guy. But I'm not sure how to make it levitate because I do have this transparent piece. But if I find a way to connect that to this, it's just too heavy because this figure is old and the arms are fairly weak, and I don't think it can support the weight of this panel. So I'm not really sure how to make this look good. Hmm. I'm just gonna use these guys as kind of stand-ins for the clones that are gonna go here. I know they're not the right Legion, but just stand-ins. Almost the right Legion, actually. Five of first, that's close. Hey, Kenzie. Yeah, I needed to behead a guy. I don't know, man. You guys doing anything fun for the rest of the evening, or are you just kind of chilling, hanging out? Maybe if I have like, okay, wait a second. Dude, the bugs are crazy today. I was out working at the golf course earlier, and I was walking up the parking lot, just taking the trash out, and this golfer stopped. He was loading stuff into his car, and he was talking about how he lives like I think he said like 45 minutes from here. The bugs are not nearly as bad there. So I don't know. I guess it was just the rain or what that brought them up. But yeah, the bugs are absolutely insane today. I got bit a couple times just in the short period I was out there. Yeah, I know, right? All right, so my what? Is that high enough? Is that might be too thick? Might have to keep the plates. Is that big enough? Yeah, I know. The bugs are crazy today, man. It was raining crazy earlier, and I was driving in it. I feel like that has to be probably what brought them out. But it's like You can go so long here without getting any rain, and then you just get hammered. It just doesn't stop. So one a shield for sure, and the other one, I don't know if I can send a fly. Ethan, man, do you want to be a chat moderator for the channel? Been giving those out to a couple of the OGs that have been on today. There's like just a small handful of other people. You've been on the channel since day one, so definitely count as an OG for sure. I just add. Oh no. Might have to do it pre-decapitation. All right, here, let me add you real quick. Iron Brick, what is up? What is up? Welcome in. Yeah, and you two actually, I was just talking to Jinxed VR. I'm gonna make you guys moderators because you also have been. It's like today has been the day for OGs. I've just had all the people who supported my channel from the beginning just jumped on the stream today. So I'm gonna add all you guys as moderators. Moderator, moderator. All right, you guys should both be moderators now. Um, should both be mods. If it'll pop up next time you guys do a comment, you'll have the shield if you're a mod. So I'm building Iron Brick. I'm doing mocks. So a while ago on the channel, I released a short about dark side users. I had three of them, and I said I was going to do um I was going to make a mock for each of the dark side users in a video, and I decided to do it in a live stream. So that was the small scale. I'm doing three different sizes. I'm challenging myself to fit them into smaller mocks than I usually do. So that was the really small one. And then I just finished building the next size, which is Palm Krell. Now I'm working on the Darth Maul one, which is a size up. So tell the puppy I said hi. Honestly, I don't know. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, honestly, this is enjoyable. Like I just sit here and I build Legos. Random times people will just jump on and start talking with me. So like it's so chill, honestly, because I love building Legos. It's a great thing to do in my free time. Like this is literally what I got home from work and I was texting a friend for a little bit who was having some trouble with stuff, and then I immediately started live streaming, and I've just been going since then. Just building Legos. Supreme dictator of the channel. Honestly, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's an open position right now. Building the sets of the Relic Wars, I appreciate it, man. That I do have trouble on larger scale just because I don't have as many bricks. Um, but that means a lot. I do appreciate that. I've been watching your guys's all the stuff you've been putting out, man. I'm so excited. Like it's gonna be so much fun. I was actually just telling one of the other guys who was on here a little bit ago. He's been on my streams lately. He was asking what that was all about, so I was explaining the Relic Wars to him. So hopefully he watches that when that releases. So I've been getting a lot of people hyped up for that. Okay, so maybe the panels isn't the best idea. Maybe if I have him like lifting one with the force. Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I was very impressed watching your stop motion because I don't do much anymore, but I used to do stop motion, and it's hard because the hardest part is consistency for me because I can sit down and I could make a scene, but I couldn't sit down and do like a full, episode of anything. So, oh dang, congrats, man. That's awesome. 900. Surprisingly enough, yesterday, I'll say this, it was during my stream. I don't know if it was all because of my stream, but it all happened on the stream. I got 6 subscribers just in the course of the one stream, which is crazy. But 900 on TikTok is crazy. That's awesome, man. I feel like I should do a neck bracket to hoist this guy in the air if I can find one. This is where it comes in handy to have stuff sorted out. It's like it takes so much effort after you use it to put the stuff back in, but then it's like when you're building something, it's all just right there. Now I don't know if I actually have a neck bracket in here right now though. Although a lot of those are being used by other stuff. I feel like this one would work. It's got too obvious. Yeah, I need to find one that someone else has. New hack guy, welcome back. Welcome back. Glad to see you back. I am gonna have to end here pretty soon, in a minute or two, but I've been going for a very long time now. 20 subs just from the Jake short. That's insane. I mean, it was really well done. I really liked it, but that's crazy. 20 subs just from one short. Yeah. Yep. That'll work. That'll work. I had a friend who was like, I was talking with him about the fact that to get monetized, I would need to get monetized. There's a certain amount of views is one of the steps to get there. A certain number of hours actually specifically of watch time on your channel. It was like, look, I've got a couple extra iPads. I'll just set each one up on a different ghost account and just have them watch you for like a week straight. Oh, and new hack guy, by the way, I realized I was digging over here and I actually have the character that I play on the Relic Wars because I reconstructed him out of Lego. So this is basically what he looks like. Get monetized before February 1st. What happens February 1st? Is that just like a random deadline? I feel like it's gonna be forever before I get monetized. Like I'm just doing Lego, honestly. Like it's not, it's not as big of a crowd. Thank you, I appreciate it. I thought it makes sense to actually create Ryujin. So uh yeah, I think now correct me if I'm wrong. I think the only thing that's different is the shoulder plates, right? Like because it's still the Kai pants and the Stone Warrior body and all that stuff. I think it's just the shoulder plates. Wait, it used to be they doubled it. It used to be like half what it is now. That's actually crazy. That's frustrating because like I feel like even when you start to get monetized, you're not making that much at first. Like it takes a while to even get to actually making a lot of money. So, all right. So I'll need to find a neck bracket somewhere. But sweet man, I'll keep an eye out for those. Thanks, man. Appreciate you joining in. See you guys later. Oh, if you're monetized before the change. Okay, so go ahead and get monetized real quick because the problem is it's like I feel like I would have to change up and like just do I'm not sure how many subs you need. Um yeah, that's so a funny thing, Iron Brick. Jinxed VR and Hero of Time are actually two of my friends in real life. Uh so those are guys who have been supporting the channel since the very beginning. 1K. 1K. Like I'm at 61 right now, or I was before the stream was started. So, unless someone subscribed because of the stream, I'm still at 61. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I can get to 1K. I mean, I've been growing steadily enough. Like I've read that the first 100 is the hardest. Um, but like I've heard that it just keeps going after that. Keeps getting faster if you are steady on the channel. So 62. Okay, so someone else. Awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. Um, yeah, I would love to get to 1K before that time. Only the best content. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, just peak cinema stuff on there. 63. Dang. All right. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy because I just hit 50 like 2 days ago. So starting to speed up at Bricks and Games. That's really cool. I mean, this Relic Wars stuff is doing wonders for you, for your guys' channel and and doing wonders for me. Like I got a lot of positive feedback on my video about acting on it, and I can only imagine that's because you guys are so popular with it. So that's awesome for you guys. Repeat it. But that's hard for me because a lot of the stuff that I try and repeat doesn't do as well. The thing that I find did best actually, so far best results fastest is streaming. And that's why, I did 2 streams yesterday. I'm already doing another stream. Like I'm gonna stream whenever I feel like building Legos. Because all I do is I set up the camera and I keep building Legos. Um, and it's an easy way because I don't have to do anything. Like I can sit here and watch it and just let it, let the views roll in. So I'm gonna do a lot of streams, and then the other thing that works is just trends. You find a short, a sound that's trending, and you remix it. I just try and fit everything into the collector standpoint, whether that be with shoes or Legos or something like that. So the problem is Lego is it's smaller. It's like a bit of a niche community for sure. So it takes a little bit more effort, I feel like, to get your Lego videos noticed. What is the show called? The show is called Relic Wars. Which I'm super, super excited for that. Um, so I don't know if you were actually here yeah, I don't know, Hack Guy, if you were here when Iron Brick first came on. I was telling everybody that Iron Brick is the uh creator of that. So, all right, guys, my phone is pretty much dead. It is about to crash out, so I'm gonna have to say bye for now. Um, Thanks, man. I appreciate it. They're a lot of fun to make. Just glad that somebody's watching them. That I have more views than I thought I would. So yeah, I might be streaming later. I'm not sure. We'll see how the night goes. It's starting to get a little bit later. So, but thanks for joining in, guys. I was glad to see you. Yeah, I'll just keep up.